For many, traveling from one place to another is mostly a case of destination. For them, the signs of reality move by like a dream, seemingly useless to their being and seemingly useless to their lives. But they are so wrong. For life always interrupts one's planned destinations with a fork in the road. When we come to this fork in the road, it is assumed that we have freedom of choice. There is no freedom of choice. There is only intrinsic, spontaneous behavior. Let's pretend and place a signpost at the fork in our trail. The left one saying, save 30 minutes on the fast trail. And the right one says, this is the scenic trail. Which path will the anxious, busy person most likely take? And which path will a relaxed person take? The choice is not theirs, but rather the personality and status of their current world affairs and conditions is making the choice for them. The choice is already inherent in the nature of the person. The only true free choice a human being has is to see things as they are, or to see things as they believe them to be. There are those with many ideas and opinions about this and that. They will say that complete stillness is the self. But this is not completely true. They may say that peace is the self. But this is not completely true either. Or they may say love is the self. But this is also only a shimmer of truth. These are all experiences of movement. They are fragrances of perfume, which naturally emanates from the self. The experiencer arises with the experience. The knower arises with the knowledge. You are the experiencer and the experience, the knower and the knowledge. You are not something separate from that which is perceived. For where would one be without the other? A reflection in the water is not separate from the water, yet it is not a part of the water either. It does not affect or cause change to the quality and essence of the water in any way or form. I ask you to look quietly now and see. Are perceptions of thoughts or sensations not as a reflection in you, just like the reflection of a tree is on the water? Perceptions simply appearing, shimmering for a moment, and then returning back to where they came. All perceivable within the vastness of mind. If the water could only perceive, would it perceive itself to be a tree? Do you perceive yourself to be a thinker? Rhetorically, ask yourself, what is it that is labeling everything? What is it that is observing everything? What is it that is experiencing everything? What is it that is knowing everything? When hearing the pointers, turn the mind onto the mind. Look and see all the movements that arise. Is this a struggle? Difficult to do? Is there too much noise? If so, what is confirming to you that it is a struggle? A feeling? An idea? A thought? Maybe a habitual sensation or agitation? If the mind starts contemplating itself with a stream of thought, that's okay. This is its nature. When this is realized, just be aware of the realization and drop the stream of thought. It's fine. Allow yourself to become the realizer. Hold the attention to your place from where you can gaze at your own spontaneous movements and sensations. See how it all simply happens spontaneously. It is mostly habitual. There is nothing to learn, but there is much to unlearn. Your patience and desire will lead you to recognize this. There are those that may become aware of self within an instant flash. Others more gradually. Like the morning appears to the dark. Either way is fine. One should not be concerned with this. Recognition of self is undeniable when it occurs. It is the most subtle in you, and it is an appearance which cannot be put into correct words. The mind always attempts to search through the trails of the intellect, thinking with language, compiling words and concepts. But these trails are endless, and the subtlety of self cannot be found there. Words cannot explain it. The most that could be said is, it is like this, or it is like that. And even these can do it no justice. It appears on its own, greater than explanations or metaphors, when the clouds of thought vanish. It is a knowing of the knower. Those of you who still harbor arguments, rationalizations, or opinions based on beliefs and habits, it is best you come back at a more opportune time. The pointers are of little use to you because your very belief and rationales are self-absorbing. And it is as if you are building a fence around your ego mind, keeping you within that world of defending your beliefs and opinions. It is pointless. experiential knowledge trumps all belief. One does not need to believe in a rainbow when pointed out. One only needs to look and see what is there. The word belief resonates by its very definition, uncertainty. It is but a feeling. Unlike truth, belief never stands alone. It must always be surrounded by doubt. Truth needs nothing. It is the very foundation of all things. It stands alone, absolute, and free of doubt. When belief evolves into experiential knowledge, it becomes truth, and all doubts subside. Truth does not need a single soul to help it reveal itself. It is already revealed. It only awaits recognition. Such recognition will produce clarity. And this will be the end of all questions. For now, spend some time throughout the day, at every moment it occurs to you, observing the movements of thought and mind. When a sensation or thought arises, simply remain still. Allow for all things that arise to resolve themselves within themselves. If a stream of thought commences, simply be aware and gradually return your attention to the place of non-involved witnessing. No expectations should be allowed to arise. No goals. Notice how all thoughts are concerning past events or future desires. Do not reify with interest that which arises. Simply notice that just as all arises spontaneously and freely, they also resolve spontaneously and freely. It is your attention, your reification, which puts you into bondage and servitude to the mental activity. All things arising are free from bondage, and that which witnesses the arising, while remaining unattached, is also free.